Good morning, guys. It is raining outside, which you all know what that means. It's a perfect day to read a book. But I have some bad news. I have been in quite the reading slump this month. I chose some challenging books to read in the month of June because I felt like I had such an easy reading month in May. But it's caused me to be less enthusiastic about the books that I did choose to read in June. So with that being said, today we are going to stay inside and just have a slow morning together and see how much reading I can get done. Before we get going, I do have a few books for us to choose from today. First, we have Things Fall Apart. This is a classic and challenging read. I don't want to blame my reading slump on this one because it's such a good story. And I'm like halfway through this book. But the challenge of reading this book does make it hard to pick it up, if that makes sense. Next, we have All the Sinners Bleed. My friend recommended this one to me, and she always has top tier thriller recommendations. I did start it and I love the writing style. Like, I already know that this is gonna be a great book. Honestly, I think I've been procrastinating it because I want to finish all of my other books so I can give it the attention that it deserves. So I might not pick this one up in this video, but maybe. Let's see. Next on my Kindle, we have Heir of Fire. If you've been keeping up with my shorts, book talk, or bookstagram, you know how obsessed with this series I am. Honestly, it's been keeping my book faith alive this month, so I'll probably pick this up. Maybe I'll finish it today, who knows. And finally, we have Remarkably Bright Creatures on audio. I have not started this one, but I really need to because literally just a couple minutes ago, Libby sent me a notification saying that they were taking it away from me in about 2 days. So let's get going. As you can tell, I'm still in my PJs and fresh out of bed. And here, well, right about here is where I give a quick shout out to my Sigma Tau Delta people. Right now, I'm just starting the audiobook to Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. I've been super excited to listen to this book because Netflix is supposedly adapting it into a movie. For those of you that don't know, I love reading books and watching their movies or TV shows after. It's probably my favorite pastime. Here recently, I've seen a lot of debate regarding whether or not listening to audiobooks is, quote, real reading. And in case you're wondering about my opinion, I don't really care how people are partaking in a story. If it's absorbed into someone's brain, who am I to judge how it got there? As an English teacher, I see students all the time that struggle to comprehend literature by physically reading, but partake in conversation and active participation whenever they're listening to it. My personal favorite thing about listening to audiobooks is that it feels like such a therapeutic way to get things done. As you can see, I can walk around my home with the comfort of listening to a story while doing chores like brushing my teeth and cleaning up the house, or even making tea and snuggling up next to my children, aka my 2 dogs. At this point in the morning, I'm starting to get a little antsy as to just sitting down and listening to the audiobook, so this is where I did decide to move on over to my bedroom and play a drawing game on my iPad. Okay, mini update on Remarkably Bright Creatures. So I'm about 2 hours into this book. Of course, I'm listening to it. It feels like it hasn't really gotten anywhere. I'm entertained, like I'm into the story, I guess. There's not a lot of building toward a climax, I guess. Getting kind of bored, like I just found myself scrolling on my phone a minute ago, so I decided to stop listening and give you guys an update. I might go ahead and switch over, I don't know. Guys, this is where I randomly decided to head to the gym and switch over to Air of Fire. I went ahead downtown to my favorite local coffee shop since I was already out and about. I continued to read here for a while drinking their new summer drink, honeysuckle tea. This warm drink was so good and kept me in the mood for reading. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call that a wrap up for my cozy reading day to help myself get out of a reading slump. When I went to go get coffee after Pilates, I read a chunk out of Air of Fire, so spend probably the rest of my night cuddled up in bed finishing Air of Fire. I will let you know. I think we are done for the day. Thank you guys for joining me in my cozy, slow reading day. I definitely feel better and more encouraged to read, so this video got the job done. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you next video. Bye!